Hi everyone, my name is Chris, and I am the project lead for Azorus, the blockchain analytics and intelligence platform. The purpose of Azorus is to allow our customers to query, explore, visualize, analyze, and share on-chain and off-chain data insights. For today's video, I am going to give a quick run through on how a NFT creator can use on-chain analytics to get a better sense of their audience and how their project is doing. Two quick housekeeping items, right? The first one is this is still a alpha version, so there's unpolished design experience, right? There could be some bugs and stuff like that. So, take it with a grain of salt for now. The second one is these are very myopic examples, right? I'm not deep into the weeds as much as some NFT project owners, and but hopefully this serves as an inspiration and creates excitement around the community on what you can do with this type of data. Cool. So let's jump right into it. Like the first thing we need to at least understand as a prerequisite is you should already have your data source completed, right? And what I mean by that is from a raw query, you should be able to create the charts, or you take an existing query and then change like the mint address, for example, and then that should give you a different type of charts. So, but we'll do a separate video on how to get from point A to point B, from scratch to the final output. This one is just the actual dashboard creation. So if we jump into it, let me just create a quick dashboard, right? So if I were a project owner, there would be some things that I could care about, right? Let's call it metrics that matter. So let me use my example of the NFT that I created, Enigma NFT dashboard. So what I want to do first is I'll add a few rows since I don't have to add it later, right? Cool. And so something called metrics that matter is, let's say, for example, how many have been minted so far. Another one could be, what is this one? This one is how many are being held in actual addresses, or how many are listed on an exchange. So if I were to come in here, I'll say, let's say these, I already wrote the query for it, so you'll just have to take my word for it. Sky Harbor, this one is hodlers, right? And then this one is total minted. So at a glance, as a NFT creator, I can see exactly how many have been minted so far and that distribution of hodlers and something that's already listed in an NFT marketplace. In this case, it'd be Sky Harbor, right? And that's just to get us started, right? And so maybe you might have a better understanding of that, maybe not, but this could be a good quote unquote analytics command center of getting a better sense of your project if you didn't know it already. Something that we like to do is also checking out the rich list, right? And so if I were to pop in this one right here, oops, let me just stretch that out a little bit more. So here is our rich list, right? And then let me just actually edit the name as well. We'll just call it rich list. Right, sometimes we care about who our hodlers are, right? Or not who our hodlers are, whales, right? And so in this particular example, I can see address 9EY, et cetera, has a total of 25 Enigma NFTs, followed by 9HAA with 18 of them. And so, if I were to add something called a header in here, maybe we call it metrics that matter, for example. That matter. And since this is updated every single time a block is completed on the every time a block is completed, this will be updated accordingly, right? And so you can see exactly where where all of your NFTs are the status of it, rather. So that's just metrics that matter. But something that I always like to say is aggregated data is not that useful, right? You want to understand the distribution of that data. And what I mean by that is Are they stuck in a, do most of your audience, do they list it on an NFT marketplace such as Sky Harbor, or is it mostly in their wallets, right? And so what we can do is we can pop in another chart here, and then we'll just squeeze that in together a little bit more, since we want that as a distribution graph instead. Cool. So now we know, we already know that 12 of them, right, are already listed on Sky Harbor, but we know the exact percentage, so 11%. So to me, this signifies that at least for Enigma NFT holders, people are not looking to sell, at least assuming the data is correct, right? People are not looking to sell right away. They're looking to be long-term holders of your particular NFT. And then we can go deeper than that, right? Maybe we want to better understand, maybe we want to engage with these holders, your audience. So what we can do is create a new graph, right? And then we'll just take that out here. And in this particular chart, we know that 9EY has a total of 25 Enigma NFTs, right? But what's the distribution? So again, it goes back to what I was saying. Aggregated data is not that useful, but we can see for this person, they have 2 listed on Sky Harbor. And then next one down is 9HF2L and has 1 on Sky Harbor. And so, most of these Enigma NFTs are being held, at least for this particular address. A counter example is 9ETB, where this person has a total of 3 Enigmas, but 2/3 of them are being listed on Sky Harbor. So you get a better sense of that distribution. But of course, one person could have multiple addresses, right? And so it may not be an accurate representation of a single person, but it gives you an idea of what that would look like. And so let's say you come in here every single day, right? And you can see these numbers change. They might, you come in here every month, right? You can get a better sense as an NFT project owner on how your audiences are reacting to the things that you push out or don't push out even. Oops, let me just change this real quick. Distribution, marketplace versus holders. And then we'll just call location distro. Cool. And then I can have, let's have one more example here, right? Let's say there's a collaboration that you have with another project owner. I will call out Ergo Champions, right? They've been really helpful with the Azorus project so far. And let's say there's a collaboration, but you want to know, like, what does that distribution look like between people who hold Enigma NFTs and people who hold Ergo Champions. And so if I just pop that down here really quick, let's see here, and maybe you needed a way to interact with them, right? And so what we can see is there's not a whole lot of overlap between the different addresses, but you can start to see there might be like 1 or 2 of them there. So in this case, address holder 9HF2L has 4 Enigmas and 2 Ergo Champions, and 9IHN9 has 4 Ergo Champions and 2 Enigma NFTs. And so if there were a collaboration between Enigma and Ergo Champions, we could say, like, we'll airdrop something to them for their for some cool stuff that they're doing. Or if you hold both of these, then we'll do something else, right? And so that gives you an idea of how there could be some overlap between different projects. And we can even go a bit further, right? We can add ergnomes in here or ergosaurs as well, and then find those really true connoisseurs of the NFT space. Cool. So hopefully that gives you a general idea on how you as an NFT creator can use on-chain analytics to get a better sense of your project and potentially analyze or get a better sense of your audience, what they're doing, and what you could potentially do with other projects in the future. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.